Rock and roll.
Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC and welcome to this super impromptu version of Channel Chat. With me, I have Justin the Knife Dude, I have Steven from Simply Knives, I have Ricky Shoemonster Tech, and I have KC from KnivesFAST. What is up, guys?
Howdy.
Oh my goodness.
Good to be here.
This is nuts, man. Well, I tell you what, Justin and KC have done these with me before, and I greatly appreciate it. So I want Shoemonster and Steven, I want you guys to introduce yourselves. So Ricky, why don't you go ahead first? Just give us a little, hey, how you doing? And we'll go from there.
Yeah, what's up? I'm Ricky from Shoemonster Tech. Basically, all I do is review everyday carry stuff on YouTube. I live up in the New Hampshire, New England states, and rock out.
Right on. Steven? Am I saying it right? Is it Steven or is it Stefan?
It's Steven.
Steven, okay. Just want to make sure.
Yep. So yeah, I'm Steven. I'm up. I'm in New Jersey, but I'm near like Philadelphia.
Okay.
Always kind of like knives in general, but I guess quarantine hobbies, they kind of get out of hand, I suppose. So now I have like 80 different knives, but
Yeah, take time.
it was just I think originally was just looking for sort of like fun gear on YouTube, and then I stumbled across some knife channels like Slicey Dicey, and then I definitely love watching those top 10 like budget knife type videos.
Sure.
So it was just down the rabbit hole, and I was like, you know what? I think it'd be fun for me to make some videos of my own.
Yeah.
And yeah, here I am. I just hit 300 subscribers today.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Nice. Man.
Very cool.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Very cool. So hey, Shoemonster, you are in New Hampshire, you said, right?
Yep.
How close to Portsmouth?
That's probably about an hour and a half.
Okay, because we used to, well, when I was in the Navy, I was stationed up there for a couple of years. We were at the shipyard in Kittery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we actually lived in Portsmouth. I mean, right across the river. So.
Oh, right on, man.
So very cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So a little familiar, and lived in Connecticut too. Stationed up there for a little while. So.
Connecticut's beautiful.
So.
I love it there.
But well, right on, guys. Well, we're here. What are we talking about? This is just kind of
maybe I don't know, chicken farming, knives. What do you think
chicken
we're talking
farming?
about?
Okay. Rhode Island Reds. Rhode Island Reds. That is my favorite. No, okay. Knives. Let's see. Steven, show me a knife. What do you got?
All right. I just got this yesterday. I think I can credit this knife for being so ridiculous as to the reason why that last video I put up got like exceeded all other videos that I put up. This is the Cold Steel Luzon Large. I'll call it pocket sword.
Ridiculous.
Pocket sword.
I mean,
that's good.
Wow.
It's like
That's a sword.
you have all these like regular full-size knives up here, and then this is just like the length of all of them.
Yeah, it's like 3 knives put together. Holy crap.
I don't think it's legal for me to carry, especially not in New Jersey, but
Yeah.
No, I think that probably breaks. Yeah, that definitely, I'd get arrested for that as well. I definitely, yeah.
But yeah. So in my unboxing, I opened up each knife with the previous knife that I opened up, and this is actually super sharp. I don't know why I didn't expect it.
Dude,
to
it's
be.
a
Maybe
Cold
just because it's
Steel.
ridiculous.
Cold steel, in my experience, cold steels come holy hell sharp. I don't know if you guys may have a different experience, but like this one, I kind of joke around with this one. I have it laying right here. This is the Pocket Bushmaster. This knife scares the hell out of me. Because I swear to God, it lays on my table. It lays on the table right here, and I swear to God, it's cut me 3 times and never been open.
Oh man,
That's funny.
I don't know how. It's cut me twice, and I don't know how.
Oh, that's
God.
crazy.
I swear to God. No, it's not. Yes, it was open at the time it cut me, but I mean, it like barely touched me. And I've got blood going everywhere. This thing, the thing about this knife though, is this, you've got to pull. I forget the lock, but oh, that scares me, man. That
seems like a good way to slip up on the blade.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you're not careful, it will. I'm trying to, but I'm scared.
I
Set it over to the side and
okay,
wrap
I got
it in
it.
tape or
I
something.
got it. All right,
There
all
we
right,
go.
ready? Ready? Okay. All right, I'm
You're
good.
good.
I'm good. I'm good.
I sharpened my mom's Santoku knife, and I think she was cutting up cilantro,
Hmm.
and she sliced through the corner of her finger,
Oh yeah.
including
Oh.
some of the through some fingernail and through the corner.
Oh my god.
I put a pretty good edge on it.
I didn't know we
Oh.
were doing an ER show.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Hey,
do
you
you
know
mean?
what? There's a reason why I have one of these on my table now.
Yeah,
Bam.
exactly.
I was about to
Just
say,
in
Pretty
JB's
case,
always
just
got
in
the
case.
finger cut.
I do. I'm clumsy. What about you, Ricky, man? You got a knife you want to show us real quick? What you got on there?
I think my newest one I have is the little Native Rex 45.
Nice.
Actually, I traded another knife for this one, but I've been wanting the little Native for quite a while. I mean, it's a nice little knife I can carry with me at work. I do like fire inspections and all that stuff, so I don't want to like attract attention, like if I'm in a hospital or something, I have to pull out a knife to cut out a tag. I don't want
Right
to
on.
bust out a Cold Steel Recon one or
Well, yeah, you know. Now it's funny because I did that Chaparral Sun and Moon review here a while back, and I had a lot of people say they prefer the little Native over the Chaparral. I just thought that was interesting. I had several people
is.
say that. Several people say that.
So
So
the big
I haven't
difference
had
is the
that one yet.
lock.
yeah, I think so. Because that one's a compression, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Chaparral is a lockback. Yeah. So just out of curiosity, man, what's that coin? What's that coin you got there?
This I got from the Grim Pocket. Basically, it's just a little. I don't know if you can see it there.
Oh, okay.
Bam. Yep. But it's like there's a hashtag. There's still time, to find your way, and then you flip it over, carry the skull.
That's
But
cool.
the Grim Pocket,
That's
he
sweet,
sells
man.
these off Instagram. Yeah, it is pretty slick. I
Yeah.
just got that I think this week.
I'm kind of into coins. I mean, I have all the ones that I had, when I was in the military and stuff like that I've kind of accrued over time, but I'm kind of starting to get a few more. So wait,
Yeah.
Justin, what you got on the table there? Show us. Where'd Justin go?
Is he
All right.
there?
All right, Casey, what do you got?
He's
We're
off somewhere.
skipping him. Well, I was bragging on this one to JB earlier. This one's actually in for on loan from Peter of the Therapeutic Edge, and this is the Blackout Elite off-grid knives Scorpion. There's a lot of words there, but
That is sweet.
just a ridiculous fidget knife. And then, of course, the other one I had sitting here, JB, was the one you were drooling on when we did our live chat, the Giant Mouse GM2. Pretty much my favorite folder that I own. I mean, having basically a Bowie knife in a folder is just too cool.
That thing's beautiful.
It definitely.
Yeah.
What happened to you, Justin? You were there, and then you were
My
gone, and
Wi-Fi is all messed up, and
Oh,
so I
gotcha.
lagged out.
I got you. I got you.
I'm sorry if it happens again. But
No, not at all. Like I said, dude, this is just we're just BSing
Impromptu.
and having a good time. So I was trying to ask you what you had on your table there, and you wouldn't answer me. So I said, well, we'll just go to KC then.
Well, now I
What you
have
got?
my Neutron 2 here.
Nice, nice.
It's
that's
really
sweet.
nice. That thing, it's a slicing machine.
That's cool.
And I really like it.
The Neutron and the Atom both. I mean, I think it's been my experience that I think people like the Atom more
Yeah.
than they like the Neutron, just because of the size.
Yeah, I think I want an Atom.
Yeah,
Which one's bigger?
The Atom.
the Atom is bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm doing because I'm giving away this knife, and so I might have to get
That's
one.
awesome.
Dude, that's the giveaway knife?
Oh no! Right now, I just did my. Wow, I almost just yanked over my DSLR.
Oops.
Right now, my 200 subscriber giveaway is this Concept Knives Sprite.
Cool.
Nice.
That's a
But
great knife.
yeah,
It's a good little knife. It is a very good little knife.
it is. But the Neutron I'm saving for my 500 subscriber giveaway. So I can, I can do something a little nicer.
He's planning ahead. I like it.
I
There
am.
you
That
go.
is a big time knife to give away. That's awesome.
Yeah.
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 All right, Steven, what else you got up there? You got a whole bunch of knives on the table. What else you gonna show me?
Yeah.
So this is like probably a problem with my family because this is my dining room table, and so many times my parents will be like, "Steven, can you get the knives off the table so we can actually eat dinner?" But this one just came in. This is a Quiet Carry IQ.
Oh, the IQ.
I already had
looks really nice.
Yeah, I already had this modded one that I got off KnivesSwap for like 130 something, which is an amazing price.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah,
this
it
one I
is.
just got for 175. But yeah,
Very cool.
definitely
Pretty
take
slick.
advantage of KnivesSwap. This is probably one of my favorite knives, just all around. I really want to get one of those waypoints that are coming out soon. Well, they actually are out right now, but they have the black PDV coated handle one.
Right.
They said that should be dropping in like late December, so I'll probably get that one.
Yeah, I think because I reviewed the waypoint here just a while back, and I think December they said they were expecting another drop.
Yeah.
So very cool.
I gotta say, I didn't love the waypoint. I think I posted. I think I posted a review of it. D Tom over at DTOM Knives, or Kyle over at DTOM Knives.
Yep.
He loaned me one to review, and you know what? It wasn't really my thing. There were a few things that I just didn't love about it.
But that's the cool thing, is because you know what? There's like 4,000.
You can try new things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that I like about the pass around group. The pass around group was it's a great opportunity to check out knives that I probably never would see.
Try normally.
To be perfectly honest with you. I mean,
I agree
and
completely.
nothing, and I know I always say this, and absolutely nothing against, but for a simple fact, Elijah Isham.
Oh, his designs are amazing.
Designs, exactly. I think you either like them or you don't. They don't speak to me.
They're very artistic knives.
Oh, they
you
are.
Could say.
But they're made. That every knife I've had of his design has been extremely well made. They've been very good. But other than the pass around group, I would not buy that knife to review it. Do you get my?
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I would not purchase that knife to review it just because it's got and I want to show people knives that they might like that I don't like. But I mean, I think most of us are in the same book, as we just don't have a bottomless pit of money where we can go out and buy every single knife and review it. That's just not, it's just not reality, right?
I agree.
I mean, I'm actually over budget right now, so I have to sell a few.
Well, you know, I talk about that quite a bit. You know, I mean, I work a lot of overtime, and my overtime is how I fund a lot of stuff on the channel. Well, we've come into a stretch here where we're not going to have any overtime. So now I have to I started the whole channel memberships and stuff. So I've got to count on that stuff a lot more than what I normally would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just, you've got to budget and you've got to be smart about it.
Yep.
At least that's I will say in my case, okay, I can't speak for you guys, but in my case, it's definitely a budget thing.
Yeah, no, I certainly have a budget. It's a very large factor in what knives I get.
Sure.
But I never cheap out on knives. You know, because I feel if you ever cheap out a knife or any tool in general, you know, you want to invest in your tools because those are the things that you're using, and those are going to make the situations you're in or just the tasks you need to do much, much easier.
Sure.
Let me go ahead and mute.
Sure.
Agree.
Yeah.
JB, you were talking about pass arounds. I mean, half of the knives I've had sitting up here in the last few minutes are either pass around knives or loaners. I've got a couple reviews coming on some knives I would never probably buy on my own from Kyle at DTOM. I just reviewed a Todd Begg Bodega. That's going to be posting soon. And also a big old stinking Medford knife, just knives that I may never buy myself. Just got this in from a viewer, actually, a guy named 2A Punky. This is the ZT 0452.
That's a nice
and it's just one that I wouldn't have an opportunity. If people wouldn't send me stuff, I wouldn't have an opportunity. I've never handled a ZT. I have now.
Well,
and this is pretty amazing.
And that's exactly kind of what we were talking though. I saw there on Ricky's table there, right? He's got the Grateful Panic knife review sticker, and that's what I was talking about. That's how him and I started. Him and I really started trading knives. He would give me traditionals, I would give him a few more of the modern type folders, and that's how we built content for our channels.
Nice.
It was basically we just basically had our two little 2-man pass around basically, there for quite a while. And that's what I try to stress to guys is like, and like I said, I give props to Justin for what he did, forming a little pass around group that he had going there for a while.
I'm going to try and get it going again with a different company. I'm going to try and get it going.
Cool. That would be awesome. But just guys, train, if you're thinking about starting out or you're just starting out, find a couple of guys that are in your same, like, for a lack of a better word, peer group in YouTube, right? Just starting out and just start hammering knives back and forth if you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Chris over at Titanium Addiction.
Yep.
Him and I have been doing that for a while.
Good.
He sent me... which was he sent me a K-bar, and he sent me a few others. And I sent him recently. Right now, he currently has my Civivi fracture that I got from you. Thanks again. That's on loan from him.
Right.
And actually, he just posted his review of it, and so he really liked it.
Cool.
And it's a fun knife. It is.
Cool.
That's a slip joint.
Yeah.
Slip joint knife. Yep.
Now that's the thing is, if you guys and I know, I think it was it you, Ricky, that just posted about Sencut? Didn't you just post a video on Sencut?
No, that wasn't me.
I thought it was you.
Birdshot did.
Oh, somebody, another smaller channel just posted. I thought it was you, Ricky. My apologies.
Oh no, you're good.
But the Sencut, the new, I don't know how I want to, because Civivi is Wee's budget line. I don't know if Sencut is Civivi's budget line, but that's kind of how it seems to be working. I think the way it's going to go is that's going to be their 918 or the 9CR18 knives.
Really?
I think is the way it's going to go, and then you'll have Civivi, and then you'll have Wee. But and of course the model just flew out of my head.
See, I like having different lines.
They have one, but it's recent. It's like the fracture. It's very similar to the fracture.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I like having different lines from a company because it just makes it so much easier to look for the price range and just what you want.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's good. Like, you had Wee Civivi, right? You have Spyderco Bird, you have Kaiser, you have Vanguard. They have their premium lines, and then they have their budget line.
And then Tangram as well, right?
Tangram too. So there you go. Kaiser's got the 3-tier.
Yeah.
So it just, the 3-tier, it kind of, that starts to get a little bit confusing and a little bit to me.
Yeah, I can
not confused, not confusing, but I'm like, all right.
It's a little much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But you know what? They put out good knives, so you know what? It just means more cool stuff to look at, really.
Definitely.
So who cares what they name it? I mean, in my opinion, you can call it Civivi, you can call it Sencut, you can call it Vanguard. I don't care. If it's cool, I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah, if it's good,
pretty much.
Uh-oh, kitty cat stuck in the room. Get out.
Oh no.
Go on.
All right, Shoemonster. Ricky, what else you got on there? What else you got on your table?
The Kubi 237.
I thought it was.
I won this off a giveaway from Instagram a few months back.
Oh, did you really?
I was pretty psyched about it because I was actually looking at the knife. They posted something about it like a couple of weeks prior, and I was like, "That's a pretty badass looking knife." And it's budget friendly. It's got the D2 steel on it.
Right.
Nice flipper though. I mean, I think it's like $40, something like that.
Now here's a question for you. Now I noticed GeoKnife had sent me one.
I was about to say.
Yeah, there you go. There's another one. You have Kubi, you have KB, and you have GeoKnife. So, but
Yeah,
anyway,
Yep.
on the flipper tab, there was the jimping. There was one of the raised portions had kind of, it was on the, when it's closed, it was kind of on the underside, and it was on mine. It was a little sharp, and somebody recently told me that it had actually been, they'd actually removed it on the one that they had.
I don't know if you
So
can see it.
I wanted to see that.
It's it's a little aggressive, but it's not like what was it? Oh God, I reviewed a knife a while back, and it was super aggressive on it was a SOG knife, Saga something, I can't remember, but the flipper was just like, oh, I had to stay bad
Yeah.
callus
Terminus
right there.
XR.
Yeah,
that
that's
happens
it.
sometimes. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, but no, this
I mean,
this one here, they did a good job, I think, on the
Yeah.
flipper. It's a good knife all around for
My
there
dad
it
a
just
good
got
budget knife.
my dad just got an XR, and I really like the knife, but the flipping action is it's not a great flipper.
Yeah.
And I think axis locks or bar style locks in general aren't. Which is why, Benchmade doesn't make them. Or Benchmade made one. I forget the name of it. But
The Tengu flipper.
no, they Benchmade made an axis lock flipper.
Oh,
I forget the name of it. But
It's kind of like well, I mean, it's kind of sort of similar, but not really. It would be, what I'm thinking is like the recoil lock
yes.
from CJRB that they didn't, they've kind of put their own spin on the axis lock, or it's not, it's not typically where we see an axis, an able, a G lock, it's up here. Same basic function for the most part. It's basically an axis style lock.
But the reason that I don't like them as flippers is because the way the detent is. So you know how there's the way it's shaped and it has like the spring that goes like, or you have to push the spring back here.
Okay.
Because of that, it's like a slow detent and it's not a strong detent.
So they
it
can
works for
tend
a
to be-
thumb stud.
They can tend to
But-
be a little lazy.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so a flipper action doesn't work super well, from what I've found. Of course, that's just me.
What do you think
So-
about the SOG, Casey?
So I guess I mean, obviously I must like it because you loaned me one, obviously a different one. You loaned me the carbon fiber one, and I obviously got one, so I must like it. All right. I will say this. I mean, here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, and I hate to do this looking through a camera, so I'm going to look around the side here.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be doing this. It's just me.
Instead of using
either
that flipper.
I love a thumb stud. So, I mean, it opens really well. I will tell you, I mean, he's not wrong. If you're looking at like a Civivi flipper, like my son has a Dogma.
Okay.
It's buttery smooth when it opens, and a lot of them are. So if you're looking for that on this particular flipper, you're probably not going to like this flipper. It's a little stiffer,
Right.
but I don't have a problem with it. I mean, you just got to get your hand down there, and
Right.
but again, closing 9 times out of 10, I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just
Now, see,
fidgeting it shut.
for me,
So-
I could do a flipper delete on that, and I'd never know it was gone because
Right,
I use
no,
the
I-
thumb studs. I use the
Thumb
thumb
Yeah, for
studs.
sure.
Yep.
So
yeah.
So it to me, because they gave you options,
yeah.
the flipper not being the best is not a big deal to me. It's
Right.
not. It's not a deal breaker. It's a $50 knife. It's D2 steel. It's not. I mean, so I have so many ways I can open this knife. It's like if one of them isn't perfect, then I'm okay with it.
You
Well,
still
and-
have two that work great.
You're talking about multiple ways to open a knife. I think
Yep.
Blade Banter's Solaris.
Oh,
I
that
think
looks
He's,
pretty
he's
cool.
got
I think he covered almost every way to open a knife on that knife, and it's kind of
Exactly.
I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it.
I love
you guys
that
had-
knife.
I know not everybody here is in the pass around. I know there was a couple of them going around.
I have not
Um,
handled one, although I do
right.
really want to.
Casey, did you get? I can't
Yes,
remember.
sir.
You got the opportunity.
I've already posted my review of that one. I just if you want to talk about a fidgety knife, that is. But that is a great fidgety knife. But the lockup is so great.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I could vote if they made us choose just one form of lock, I think a button lock would be the one that I would probably choose. It's just so nice. And David's got so many great ideas for how he wants to even make it better.
Oh yeah.
But that thing is great. It's super fidgety and super, when you first look at it, the handle looks a little blocky, but when you get it in hand, it's not
the case. It's not the case
It's
at all.
absolutely not the case. It's sort of like what I tell people about. I don't have David's knife in front of me, but same thing with the banter. I said flat out I didn't want this knife, and I bought it because I literally went to the case in Smoky Mountain Knife Works just to prove that I didn't want this knife. And when I held it, I'm like, oh my! It just fills your hand. Same thing with David's with the Solaris. It just fills your hand absolutely perfectly, and it's a great knife.
And all due respect to Ben Banter, I said the same thing, Casey. I was like, that knife looks odd. It looks like it would feel odd, and that is not the case at all. That is it's tall. It is tall, but it's a super comfortable knife.
Makes it good, right?
It's super comfortable, and I'm like,
so I converted a friend of mine. He said there was the same thing, no way, and I showed him mine, and he's like, oh, okay, and he went and bought one like the next day. But it's just, my only regret is they didn't have the black on black one in stock while I was there. But
right on.
I love blue, so it's still cool. But I don't know, something about the blackout one just looked really cool.
Yeah.
But,
how much do those go for?
It's about 109, I believe.
Yeah, I was gonna say just over 100 somewhere.
Yeah, okay. And again, I mean, it's great. It's great steel. I just said that, and then I can't remember. It's S35, and it just took me a minute. But I mean, it's G10. It's washers. It's so well done. And you want to talk about fidgety thumb stud? I did a video on my 3 favorite thumb stud knives, and this was in there. Yeah. It's just super great action, and I love it. So
I can't tell. Does that have the inner frame on it, like the whole inner frame?
It has inset. You can't really. It's hard to see here.
It has nested liners.
Inset liners.
Yeah.
It has inset liners with the liner lock.
Yeah.
So there's no skeletonization, but it's still really, really light. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a light knife, and I just love it. I mean, I have this guy's made appearances in a lot of videos because I went and got it. And I went and held it, and I'm like, okay, now I'm not leaving the store without this knife. So that's exactly what happened.
All right, Steven, I've been looking at a knife there on the table. It's dead center right above the Luzon. Is that a Tucson? Yeah, that one. Is that a Tucson?
This one right here. This is the Tucson TS49.
Okay.
I've recently been on a Tucson kick, so most of my new knives have all just been Tucsons. I think I have like 6 on the way.
I just got my brother a Tucson.
They're awesome.
It was it was part of the Give a Knife, Take a Knife.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, that Tucsons in general. Here, I've got the TS21. Their actions are insanely smooth for the price. I mean, you're getting a titanium frame lock blade or knife for $60.
Yeah, they're really sweet.
On ball bearings.
And you can even get them used for like 40.
Oh yeah. Now see, I'll be the first one to admit I don't give the respect on the channel to Tucson that I should, because every one that I've had has been just an extremely well-made knife. It's just ones that I don't get on the channel very much, but I gotcha. I think the TS128 has been my favorite. It's a Tepe. Oh, it's just an awesome little knife.
Yeah.
JB,
Tucson.
Whoops, sorry,
It's all good.
mean to interrupt there, Justin. But I was just gonna say, guys, I'm gonna have to bail and everything. But this is so awesome. I like getting together with you guys and talking knives. So, JB,
I'm glad you could join us, man. Like I said, it was pretty impromptu, but
yeah, exactly.
We were all kind of BSing in the pass around. I think Justin's like, hey, we should probably do this. This might be a good idea. And I'm like, it probably is a pretty good idea. So
I'm glad we got something together.
Yeah. So, all right,
Yeah.
buddy. Well, I tell you what, you have a good rest of your day, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Hey, you too. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you, and I'm sure we'll all eat way too much. So
Oh,
at least
yeah,
I will.
yeah.
Yeah.
Too, man.
All right,
right.
thanks, guys.
All right, bye,
See you later.
Casey. Sweet. All right.
Nice.
Well, let's
Um,
see. Now
we
I
lost
can
one.
see the pictures a
Yeah.
little better. The more people you get in there, the smaller the pictures get. And I'm sitting here
Yeah.
squinting at Steven's table, like, all right, what is that? I think I can see it.
Well, I have a ton out right now.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
you do.
fine. That's exactly. What is that? Is that an olive wood there towards the left?
This one right here.
That's
Yeah,
QSP,
it looks like
right?
an olive wood grain.
Yeah, this is QSP. This is Veriwood,
Oh, okay.
which
Oh my goodness.
I really like because it slightly refracts in the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
In
a
some
little
light,
shiny.
it does it really well. Yeah, look at that there.
Oh man, yeah, that looks. Oh wow.
Refracts.
Yeah,
That
it
looks
does.
So I love
Yeah.
this Veriwood. I even CJRB had this RIA up. They recently did some new models. They have a pack of wood and
Yep.
a marbled carbon fiber.
Yep.
Okay.
And they were asking for new handle materials, and I mentioned Veriwood just because I love how it refracts so much.
I like
no, it looks
personally.
beautiful.
I like koa wood.
Yeah, I
don't
actually
know-
I was watching a ton of Hawaii Knife and Gears
Yes.
videos recently. I just saw the one that
Yes.
you were featured in.
Oh,
Um,
when we were out there.
yeah,
Yeah, and he made me a couple of little sacks with koa wood. I think it was a climber and oh crap, I can't remember, another small one. And oh my goodness, that koa wood's absolutely
yeah.
gorgeous on that thing.
I think it might
Yeah.
be the nicest looking like wood handles that you can get is like Hawaiian curly koa wood.
The way it tiger stripes, man, and oh man, that thing looks so
yeah.
good, so good.
And I mentioned I was on like the hunt for a lot of Tucson's recently.
Uh-huh.
Part of the ones that are coming, I actually bought from him, and then
Oh, nice.
he's
nice.
he's gonna include a Swiss Army knife with koa wood.
Oh,
to
is he?
come up with
That's
it.
gonna
Oh,
look
fantastic,
nice.
dude! That's gonna look so nice. And he was so he wasn't letting a lot of them go because he was when he was making them, and he's a craftsman and he wanted his work to be absolutely perfect. And he wasn't letting a lot of them go right away, but I think he's starting to. And I think that would be a fantastic little, if he has time, be a fantastic little side project for him, man, because that koa is just so good looking.
Yeah, that would be cool.
All right,
Yeah,
Ricky.
you were talking. You
All right,
were
Ricky,
talking
talk to us.
earlier. You were talking earlier about passing knives back and forth, and I got to give a shout out to Justin from Tier 1. He's hooked me up with 2 rounds of knives, just to review, to hook me up with some content. So I think my favorite one I've reviewed of his so far is this ProTech. This friggin' thing is amazing. The SBR. You guys still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go.
Oh,
shoot.
cool.
Yeah. You're good.
Yeah.
Here.
But
I love
this
ProTech.
one's that's my first ProTech I've held before, and it's like, oh damn. But so yeah, I
you
give
can
him a
pretty
huge shout
quickly-
out.
Yeah,
You pretty
ProTechs are
quickly
speedy.
realize why ProTech is so well known.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seems
ProTech
like
makes
the
them.
one.
I mean, here you go.
Yep.
Until you handle one, you just can't understand how much superior it is to a lot of the other automatics out there.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, this one, like you talk about kick, this one's got a pretty decent kick to it. But to me, I mean, you guys know I'm drawn to the red, but that apocalyptic finish on that blade is just, I mean, that's sick. It looks
is.
so good. They do such a good job with that.
And it
I'm
looks
not
nice with
big.
the red.
I never was big on automatic knives until this one here. And I think it like the regular price point on this is under $200. It's like, man, I might pick me up one of these here soon. So it's a good price point.
I have a little SBR too. It's not really in grabbing range right at the moment. I've got my headphones on, but you're speaking of Tier 1, I'm actually going to send him
Yeah.
an invite
on the chat talking with him.
if it'll let me. Oh, I know what's going on. Go ahead. You guys can BS for a second. I'm going to try to get this going.
So, how do you guys feel about ballad songs? A for EDC and B for fidgeting.
What is it?
Balisong, butterfly knife.
Oh, I have no idea.
Honestly, they're fun. Little scary, but dude, they're fun. And I don't understand why they're illegal. I mean, I just don't understand.
The scare factor.
I guess. I mean, I don't understand a lot of the knife laws in New Jersey. I don't agree with a lot of the knife laws in New Jersey, but that's just because the knife laws are strict, and I want to be able to carry a lot of knives.
Well, sure.
You know.
Oh, you're talking about those. I know. I just reviewed one. The hell is that? The CRKT, the one that clicks together there.
No.
Oh, God, can't remember what the hell that one was called.
I can personally say I'm not really into them. So when you start talking Balisongs, I'm pretty much.
Oh well, I know
loop.
almost nothing about Balisongs. I mean, I want to get a. Do you know the what's it called? You can't know it if I don't say the name. Trying to think. Here, I'm gonna search it up. I will be right back.
All right, go ahead. All right, what is that little SBR does look good, Ricky?
Yeah.
Can I see that blade again real quick? Would you
Yeah,
mind?
man, it's pretty slick.
Oh yeah,
Got that.
I like that finish. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I got a couple good photos I took, and I threw it on the review on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's slick as hell. It's like I said, I'm not big into automatic knives. I like fidgeting with stuff, and blah blah blah. And this one here, it's like, man, it's got some kick to it. It's like,
Oh, there you
love
go.
it.
It's a Bradley Kimura. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I couldn't think of the name. But I was looking at getting them just because they're fun.
I had one. Let's see. I want to date myself really bad here. I probably had one 35 years ago.
That's quite a while.
It is.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was in high school, I had one because that was, it was just something and but it just never caught on. You know what I mean? I had one. I played with it for a while. It went in a drawer and it stayed there. That's pretty much what happened.
Yep.
But there you go, Ricky. There's mine.
That is a little short,
Oh,
stubby
yeah.
knife.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have the nice finish. I love the finish on yours, but this is pretty much just a plain Jane blacked out. But oh man, it's a little bulldog, man. It's just like you just get a hold of it and do some stuff. You know what I mean?
Those
I
are
love
good.
it. I love it.
Yeah, the blade stock on it for a small knife, it's up there. I mean, it's super thick.
What do I got? What is it? Let me check. I don't think I've ever checked, honestly. 3 millimeters. So it's got 3 millimeter blade stock on it.
Yep.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're scrolling through, all the people you've subscribed to on YouTube and checking out the new videos, what type of video, like when you see it, are you most excited to be like, oh, sweet, let me check out this video? For me, I think I said this earlier, but I love top 10 videos.
Those are always fun to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
And to be perfectly honest with you, in the YouTube world, they do very well as far as content goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They just top 10, top whatever. They seem to do very well. And I think I think the reason is because you can see multiple knives in a short period of time.
And they're good for people who don't know about knives. It shows them a few options that they know are going to be good.
Fair point. Yeah, for sure.
That it definitely makes shopping easier for some people.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, let's see what really catches my eye. Obviously, it's something that I'd never heard of before.
Yeah.
Or then I'm like, okay, what is this? I got to check this out. And top 10 videos are always good. I mean, my screenshots are pretty bland. I have my, I found my little niche is, click,
Yeah.
you know, but it's me. It's who I am. You know, you get the knife, you get the hook, and we're off and running. So,
yep.
and plus I'm getting better. I'm getting better at technology and putting stuff together. And
Well,
Hey,
you have
we're
Jeff
doing
to help you.
we're actually doing a
Zooms.
Zoom. We're doing a group Zoom. Guys, this is like astronomical leaps and bounds to my technological abilities. So
With
that's
4
just,
people.
I know. So it's just like I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
And tier 1 might be hopping on for a short period later.
yeah. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to go, but I hope he can make it on. By the time I know, he said he had some stuff going on today too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long we've been going.
Probably a little while. And before we recorded.
Yeah.
Recording, we were
So
for a while.
So people are like, man, is this thing ever going to end? No.
I sure hope not. Yeah.
You
But
guys
well,
got
I
any
tell you what, we
EDC
might.
flashlights on you?
I do.
No, I don't have an EDC flashlight on me,
wait.
but I have one right here by the table. I got the Brynite. This is the PT-18. This is the one I keep in the PT-18 Oath Keeper. This is my
That thing's a beast.
house. This is my house light. But the one thing, flash warning for those of you that may be sensitive to it, but that is my
Teacher
favorite
alert.
part. It's got the one touch strobe. So if I need it, it's right there. And that's probably one of my favorite aspects of that whole flashlight is the one touch strobe.
I got a Olight. What is it?
Is that the i5T?
It is the i5T EOS.
Yep.
And it's a good little
one.
EDC flashlight. I enjoy it, you know?
Dude,
I got
you
right
can't,
here.
Olight, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, Olight, one of my favorite lights of theirs is the i3, what is it? The i3E EOS, the little keychain.
No,
dude,
that is the...
Dude, I have bought.
You talking about this
think.
one?
No, not that one. It's a little bit more slender.
That one?
Yes.
That is the
Oh, there you go.
i3E
Yeah.
EOS.
i3E.
Dude, I swear to God, I've bought 30 of those things.
I got one from you.
I'm giving
much
them
are
away
they?
like $10.
Yeah.
they're pretty cheap.
And
I got
they're
this
90
for free.
And
for
95 lumens. 100
Yeah.
Pretty good.
lumens. 100 lumens. So $1 a lumen. That's a good deal to me.
That is.
Yeah.
$1 for 10 lumens. There you go.
Although
$1 for 10 lumens.
I will say, Rofis or ROFIS, they're a brand of flashlights.
Okay.
Dude, for $45, you can get 3,500 lumens.
Whoa.
And I mean,
Damn.
I shoot archery at pitch. I mean, sometimes I'll be out of the range. I'll go at 2 o'clock and be there till pitch black.
Yeah.
And dude, that flashlight can light up the entire range because my range is outdoors.
Yeah, that's definitely
How's the
one
battery
I haven't.
life?
It is powerful.
What's the battery life like?
I mean, they're rechargeable.
Mhm.
I mean, it'll last. It depends how much you use it. I mean,
Right.
it can stay on turbo, which is the 3,500 lumens for, I don't know, half hour maybe.
Wow.
Does it have overheat protection on it?
That I do not know. I don't know too much about flashlights.
Because something with
But,
3,500 lumens, if you're going to use it for long periods of time, I would think you want overheat
It gets
protection.
warm.
It
It gets
gets
warm.
I would imagine
yeah.
it gets pretty dang warm.
It does. I mean, you could cook a steak with it, but like.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I'm not familiar with them at all. I mean,
I'll text you the
neither am
name.
I.
They're
3,500
great brand.
3,500 lumens for $50
For $45.
Not bad. Not
And you
bad
can
at
get
all.
25 for $30.
Dang, that might be
Yeah,
worth
that's
checking out.
insane.
It
Yeah.
definitely is.
What is it? You said it was rechargeable battery?
Yeah.
Nice.
Is it
Yeah, no, they're
what size?
really
Do you
nice.
know?
I don't.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? While you guys are talking, I can tell you.
Okay.
You check out. Have you guys ever used the Rovivon yet? The Aura.
I have not. Rovivon's another one that I haven't.
Yeah, this was like, I think it's like you can get them on sale for like $30 or whatever. I actually reviewed this
Mm-hmm.
and I have a discount code in the descriptions.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, check that out. They're like $30 to $40. I mean, they
Well, there
got
you go,
more
guys.
expensive
Make
ones,
sure you
too.
check out. Ricky's review
Yeah, man.
on the Rovivon and get you a flashlight with a discount code.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, these are slick, man. I got to look a little pocket clip, and this is what I use it mainly for. Like I'll just throw this on if I'm crawling through like an attic or something. I'll just clip this onto my my hat bill.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
the bill of
Oh,
my hat
yeah.
and just friggin' bam, hands free. I can,
Well, the
That's good.
i3T, the i5T, you can do the same thing with that, right? Clip it. It's made so you can like
Yep.
clip it onto the bill of your hat and stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's handy. That's very handy.
Yeah, very handy. I've done it with this guy here, the Baton 2. If I'm pronouncing that right. The S1R.
I think it is,
S1R,
yeah.
Baton 2. I've got a red one. I got the red version of that. Love that little light.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah.
Love that little light.
I got the battery information.
Okay.
So
what you got?
for the Rofus MR70, which is the 3500 lumens,
Yeah.
it has a 5500 milliamp battery, rechargeable battery.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the 2500 lumen battery is 5000 milliamps.
Right on. Right.
Nice.
So pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I'll check them out.
Yeah.
All right, Steven, show us some more. You got all the knives up there, man. You're going to be showing us knives. What else you
Yeah.
got? What else you got? I think I
right.
see is that a Ferrum Forge mini Archbishop?
Yeah, here's the mini Archbishop.
Yeah.
This thing is a ton of fun.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
they're so fun.
Yeah.
They're
it's
so fun.
It has like really, really good snappy action.
Yeah.
It's definitely probably more of, well, I mean, you can do push button or a light switch, but like more of like a push button type flipper. And it's just really comfortable to like choke up on it. I actually like this more than the Civivi Odium. But I've seen some other people.
I was just gonna ask if you had an opportunity to see the Odium and what your thoughts on it are.
Yeah, I like the Odium a lot. I mean, the contour of the scales makes it a little more comfortable, I'd say.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think that this one's easier to, get your finger in there for the reverse finger flick. And I guess I like the design a little bit better. I really like this little Ferrum Forge triangle kind of pivot on there.
Yeah, it's similar to the Finch Knives logo.
And you guys know
Yeah.
They do that.
And you guys know my trials and tribulations, but yes, I can Spidey flick. I can Spidey
can?
flick the mini
Nice.
Archbishop. Yes,
See,
I can.
I am actually,
Yes,
I must say,
can.
I am pretty skilled at spuddy flicking. And
I
I'm
am-
surprised I didn't screw that up after saying that I am skilled.
I am not.
I love a good spuddy flick.
Oh, we lost Ricky. We lost Ricky.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Hopefully
Well-
he jumps back in. But go
One
ahead, man.
question,
Show
yeah.
us some more.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
That Ferrum Forge is Nitro V, yes?
This
No.
is just 9CR18.
yeah, it's
MIB,
9CR.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
But the
9CR.
Stinger, which is really, I have
The
a Stinger
Stinger's
as
Nitro
well.
V. There you go.
Yeah, the
Um,
Stinger is also phenomenal. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose between this and the Stinger.
Well, the blade steel. For
Yeah.
me, it would be the blade steel. But I honestly don't know a lot about Nitro V. Can you guys tell me a little about it? Because I don't have any knives in Nitro V. Don't have any experience with it.
I'd read a little bit about it on. Sorry, JB. Do you know what's that Knife Steel blog? Is it Knife Steel guys?
Knife Steel Nerds.
Knife Steel
Knife
Nerds,
Steel
that's one
Nerds.
of them. Yeah.
I read through the abstract on that, and essentially it kind of seemed as if maybe it's similar to 14C28N. And
That's
they think,
kind of what I get from it too. Yeah.
yeah, but they were saying it's a little more powdered, like on the if you were to
Got
look at it in a microscope, it's more evenly spaced
Got
out
it.
with the different materials or elements that are in there.
What do we got? The
So-
carbides. The carbides. Are we talking carbides, guys? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do not get that deep into the metal. I just don't.
Really?
That's not. No. I mean, as far as like carbides and all that stuff, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's not me at all. I mean,
But-
yeah.
So
Blade
basically-
steels are a big thing for me. I gotta say. I mean, they shouldn't be, but a blade steel is a big thing for me when I buy a knife.
It
Um,
should be whatever you want it to be. If that's your thing, then that's your thing. It's not a.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
No,
Um,
not at all.
I gotta love my 20 CV. I was talking about the one fall of this knife is that it's a 154 CM.
Now, see,
Not
I
that
like
it's a
154.
CM. 154 is a good steal, but for $150 or $60, it could be
Well-
S35 VM.
Well, Well, I tell you what, you can talk that about a lot of companies and some of the bigger companies out there that, yes, what they put on their blades and the price tag they put on their blades. Yeah, you can say that for a lot of the companies out there. And it basically come down to personal, like you said, it comes down to what you believe. Well, anything. The value of what if you don't think it's worth that, then you're probably not going to pay it.
Correct.
Sure. I mean, it's that simple, and it really is. And I've got, I mean, trust me, I have a few videos where I talk about I won't get into it, but when I talk about a certain company, and it's just, what they charge for what I consider a lower grade steel is really kind of ridiculous in my mind.
It is.
And it's, I don't know. Let's not get into that hole. Let's not go
specific
down.
Companies.
Let's not go down that rabbit hole. But
then not even that there's companies putting out too expensive for the steels they are. There's companies putting out knives, for example, TRM, at an amazing price for an amazing steel. It's 20 CV.
You definitely get the flip side.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely get the flip side. See, I'm still stuck way back in the, because you've got Rex 45 and, unobtainium and all the new steels coming out.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm still a VG10 guy.
VG10
I love VG10.
Delica 4, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yep, that's good steel.
I love VG10. I love 14C28. Those are still, with everything that comes out, those are still probably my two favorite steels because they're easy to sharpen. They hold an edge really, really well. And I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying any of the other ones aren't. You know what I mean? I mean, 154CM, I like that steel. S35VN, I like that steel. You know what? 8CR, I like that steel. I know what it can do.
For sure.
That's the whole thing, is you got to know what the steel you're using can do. You're not going to cut for 2 weeks on an 8CR edge. It's not going to happen unless you've got the grail of 8CR out there, I guess. By the way, shout out to Ray and shout out to 8CR 13 MOV.
So, oh yeah, Ray's awesome. He makes the funniest videos ever.
I know he does. He does.
That's not necessarily true. If you have something like a cold steel Espada XL, and for somehow you got an 8CR, it would cut for years because you just have so much edge. I mean, you go one part, you go to another edge.
Well, okay.
It essentially be the same thing as having 1,000
like
small pocket knives. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna come for a long time.
Yeah. That edge is gonna last quite a while, I think.
And it is 8CR 13 as well.
There you go.
Yeah. See.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Oh, what'd you throw out there, Ricky? I see a pretty Benchmade. Yeah. Let's see that.
Benchmade Grizzly.
This one's not mine. It's my buddy Derek's. He actually lives right down the road from me. But yeah, he asked me to sharpen this one up for him, and I use the Spyderco sharpener. And
now the Grizzly Ridge.
Yeah, I'll touch it up for you.
It does have a recurve on it, doesn't it? Does it have a bit of a recurve or no?
Yeah, slight in the bottom of it.
That's what I thought. I have not had a Grizzly Ridge, so.
Yeah,
it's all right. I mean, I've only had it for a couple of days, and I don't really carry it. I mean, it's his knife, so.
Right.
But, true. Been sitting on the table, so not bad. It feels a little weird to me because I'm used to like the mini grip and stuff, or the Griptilian, or the bug out, or something like this. So the ratio, the handle to blade ratio is it's a little different to me.
Here's my favorite Benchmade.
Yeah.
Crooked River. That's a beautiful knife.
Oh
yeah,
dude.
This is the mini.
Dude, you guys have seen my mini Crooked River, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
That one's gorgeous.
That thing's amazing.
And that one is.
Oh, the custom.
Oh well, I don't think that technically. I don't think it's a custom. It was just
limited edition. You could say
it was very limited. Yeah, but it was the Here, let me grab the box real quick.
So I have a question about Benchmades or Axis
I
locks.
I had to take off my headphones there for a second so I could reach it. But it's the Casey Underwood series, the the art
It's
series.
got the fish on there.
Oh my god, it's just, I mean, this one, yeah, I didn't have any safe queens, and this one has kind of become one a little bit, but it's just beautiful. I mean, it's just,
Everybody loves a
I don't
crooked
want
rigger.
anything. I don't want anything to happen to that knife. It's just so gorgeous. I
Yeah.
do use it up here from time to time in the room, just so it gets its use and it gets its, you know, its due.
Love.
But yeah, that's just, oh man,
Yeah.
it's
So
very
I have
special.
a-
we'll put it that way.
I have a question
Nice.
about Benchmades.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've only handled a few Benchmades,
Okay.
and I personally don't own any Benchmades yet.
Okay.
Every Benchmade I've handled has blade play. And
Mm. Okay.
do you have blade play?
0 on this, and the action's really good.
And you still get a good drop shot action?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a small little, that's all it takes, and
Yeah.
then it will go. So it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, there's
Then
definitely none in
I think
that-
the mini
in my
Crooked
mini.
River of the Benchmades I've carried has been the absolute best at having 0 blade play.
Well, then maybe the knives I've handled just aren't, because I've right now I've currently got Zach's. I have Zach's Scriptillion, I have Zach's Mini Presido, and I have Zach's Bug Out, and they all have some blade play. Not too
Zach
bad,
is-
but they all have
Zach
some.
is the Benchmade king.
He is for sure.
I mean, if I really
Is that the mini
try,
grip or
I
is that
think I could
the
get some.
full size grip?
This is a full size grip in 20 CV and G10.
Nice, nice.
If I try really hard, the way I have the pivot set to the action that I want, I might be able to get a little out of it.
This
Yeah.
has just a little bit on it. Not really.
Okay, so I guess it's just me and I have bad luck.
No, I think
Um,
I think it's probably how. It's probably I would
Yeah, this
get, and
does.
this is completely guessing.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's probably how Zach has the pivot set for the action that he wants. And that's the one thing that you have to realize when you're borrowing
That is true.
knives
When
from
other people have their knives set to how they want.
Exactly. Is they're gonna set, how they want the action to perform.
Yeah.
What you might end up with a little bit of blade play. Like I said, that is completely conjecture and guesswork on my part.
For sure,
Zach
yeah.
and I have never talked about that. But
Yeah.
that is one thing that you do have to keep in mind when borrowing knives from people.
Yeah.
Is it may not be in out of the box quality, out of the box state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So on this ZT, I have the pivot cranked down as tight as possible,
Uh-huh.
and I mean it falls under its own weight.
Well, you'll get
Yeah.
knives like that too. I have knives.
I mean, it's crazy.
I have knives like that as well. The pivot's tight. The pivot's as tight as it's probably going to be without damn near stripping it. And it still falls shut.
Uh-huh.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Yeah.
I had to run in the other room to find my mini grip.
Yeah.
Where the
Nice,
hell did
nice.
I put it?
Now, I will say,
I do have the copper mini grip that I just got from Benchmade's custom shop. I'm having a little bit of issue with that one.
I'm so sad I missed that.
But I think that's from the custom copper scales. It's got a little bit of lock stick on it, and I just got to get them adjusted right, I think.
Yeah.
So
do you remember the Benchmade bug out in the custom shop that I designed and I sent to you?
yeah.
That thing was cool. I was just kind of bored one day and I was just messing around in the Benchmade shop, and it was like a Damascus pattern, but because you can't get it, or I think you can get it in Damascus, but I choose performance over, looks.
Yeah.
And so it was a 20 CV blade with a coating, but then it had like a laser engraving so that it kind of looked like Damascus.
Sure.
That's cool.
And then it had like a dual color scales. It was cool.
That
Didn't
one
buy
I was
it,
showing
but
there.
like,
That one that I got for the channel. That was I had to get me a red bug out. It was just
Yeah,
it
of
just had to
course.
be done, and
It looks sweet.
Had to.
that was one out of the custom shop. So
yeah, it's cool.
Now,
that it says Big
you
Red.
guys find the custom knives or the custom shop more better made, do you think?
I haven't handled any, so I don't know.
no, I wouldn't say better made. Honestly, it's just it's made to the way you want it.
Well, I mean, as far as like when I first got this mini grip, the blade wasn't exactly to center. I had to kind of like tinker with it, and I completely took it apart and I cleaned it up. I mean, after a few months of use, but
Sure.
it started getting kind of grody again. But now it actually, since I've taken it apart, put back together, it performs even better than when I first got it. And like I said, the blade's a little bit more centered now.
Okay.
Than it was before. But when I first got it, like, man, it's, spending, over $100 on a knife, it should be, the quality should be a little bit better. But I mean, it's a great knife. I love it.
Mind, when these knives aren't made for people who are going to be disassembling their knives, who are knife nuts, are experts in knives. They're not made for people who are not solely made for people who know everything about knives. They're made for the people that are just looking to buy a nice knife off of, Campmore or just some nearby shop. Just the everyday outdoorsman who's just going in to get a good knife. And they're probably not going to be disassembling it and probably not going to know a lot about it. They're probably not going to know to disassemble it, to fix it.
See, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a minute, Justin. Just for the heck of it, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Nothing. I don't disagree with what you say at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're making them for that type of person, then they probably should be at optimum performance level. Because that person's not going to be taking it, doesn't have the ability, or may not. You know what I'm saying? Do you get the picture? I'm trust me, I don't disagree with you at all. It's just I just wanted to play devil's advocate there for a minute and throw
that's
line
exactly
of
what I'm
thinking
saying,
out
actually.
there. Yeah. Okay.
I'm saying that they should be making them perfect, or not perfect, but
Okay.
best out of the box for the person that doesn't know about knives to fix that.
I will agree with that 100%. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think when you get a knife, it should be at optimal performance, or somewhat optimal. Of course, you have specific ways that maybe you like it. But to where to the average person, they're not going to have any problems with it.
Right.
You have to keep in mind we're a little crazy. But it's just some person buying a knife. That's if they're spending $150, which is if you're not in the knife world, that's crazy.
If you are in the knife world, $150
if you are in the knife world, that's a lot of money.
On a knife.
If you are in the knife world, that's a lot
right
of money.
now.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
put on this one.
Yeah.
If you are in the knife world, it's a lot of money, no matter what.
Yeah.
You want to get good quality, and if out of the box it's not that way,
right?
For a new person with the company or just new to knives, they're not going to get a good experience, I think.
That is definitely a potential issue. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that.
I guess one good thing about Benchmade, though, I mean, you can always send them right back. If that blade's not centered, I didn't, because I figured I was going to take it apart anyways. It wasn't really bugging me too much, but
were you
for someone?
Were you in here when KC was talking about his Hogue, his Deca? Were you in here for that?
Yes. Yeah.
When he when he was talking, he did his review on the Hogue, right? And he said that the detent was he felt the detent was pretty weak. Would you believe that Hogue actually contacted him and said,
Really?
send us your knife, we will fix it?
Wow. That's amazing.
That's pretty damn cool. I'm just gonna say that right there. I mean,
absolutely.
That is pretty cool. And I don't know, there could have been some outside intervention. I don't know. Somebody could have seen his, video and maybe know somebody at Hogue, like, we kind of know somebody at Benchmade, you know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
And he was like, hey dude, this guy's having a problem with this Deca, hook him up, or, maybe contact him. But yeah, he said, Hogue was like, yep, send it to us, we'll fix it.
Nice.
And for me, as a reviewer, when a company is willing to, or when a company is happy to and goes out of their way to make what's wrong right, I'd rather get a knife that has something wrong with it and have that happen and have the company show that they're willing to help you than to just get it perfect. Because a company showing that they're willing to help shows a lot about the company themselves.
It definitely presents that opportunity. Yes.
Shall we
Without
have
a
a story
question.
time?
Shoot.
All right. Exactly what you were just talking about, Justin, was this Asher Nomad right here.
Yeah.
The very first one that I bought, they had like this little time frame where they were having some trouble with their access lock models with a little bit of blade play. And I had mentioned it to the guy, and like without even me like requesting anything, he like sent me an entirely new knife. And then later on they kind of figured out that the steel backspacer that they originally had, I guess, made it a little bit too rigid. But the guys at Asher Knives like really went out of their way to make sure that I was going to get a knife that was up to their quality standards of what they wanted to be producing out to the public. And now this knife I have here, now if I like really like muscled it, there's like, you can, I guess, feel maybe that there's blade play, but for the way I use knives, I mean, like if I was just doing it in general, there's none at all. And they definitely went out of their way at no charge to me to like make sure that I got a really good knife. And I'm
That's
definitely
That's good.
much more supportive of like the company and the knife itself because of that.
Well,
Yes.
I had that happen to me with the Kunmu, the Ronin that I got. When I got it, I did it. It was a Kickstarter, and when I got it, not that it was a huge deal to me, but it was missing the lanyard post. It was missing a post, and that to me that doesn't bother me because I don't use them anyway. But it's an incomplete knife.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. So I was just like, okay, we'll see how this plays out. And Kunmu was like, yeah, okay, no problem. We'll send you. I said, hey man, if you just send me a lanyard post, I'll put it in there. Well, they sent me 2 lanyard posts in a box with a brand new knife.
Wow.
Yeah, lucky you.
So, I mean, companies are willing now. Okay. Again, devil's advocate. Did they do that because they backed their product? Did they do it because I'm a reviewer?
Yes.
And without me even saying anything, I just said, thank you so much. I was talking to him on Instagram, and I said, thank you so much. You really didn't have to do that. And he's like, let people know that's how we're going to treat our customers. And I'm like, those are mighty big words.
Yeah.
Those are huge words.
Yeah.
Especially for a small company. And I'm like, if you tell me that, I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
If you tell me that's how you're going to treat your customers, I'm going to. Now, I could get myself in a little bit of trouble if somebody says, hey, you said Kunmu was going to, and they don't. I'll be like, well, that's what the dude told me, So you know what I mean? But that's kind of a double-edged sword there a little bit, but, whatever. But hey, if that's what they're truly going to do, then you know what? I'll give them props for it.
That's definitely a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. And like, I know you got the Finch there front and center. When you're talking just about companies and talking with companies, I don't know if you guys have had any dealings with Spencer at Finch, but
I have.
oh my God, you want to talk about an absolutely awesome dude. And there's so many of them.
He's a great guy,
so many of
for
them
sure.
with the companies out there that it's just, and that's what makes doing this so much fun.
The people.
Is the people you meet. Exactly. Whether it be us as reviewers, whether it be us, meeting the dude. I mean, I got to meet Ray Laconico. He's my favorite designer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got to talk to Ray Laconico. I got to talk to Dylan Mallory.
His designs are beautiful.
Dylan is such an awesome. Have you seen? Remember that whole hashtag swipe right for Dylan? How that just kind of
Dylan's a great guy.
Dude, he's got that going now. He's made swag with it.
I did see that.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
He's awesome.
Dylan is such an awesome dude. And that's just the cool part about this is the people you meet and the it's just common bonds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's that's just pretty cool.
Before I started my channel, when I was just kind of watching YouTube, researching knives on my own, just kind of having fun with it, I was a fan. I was a fan of Ben Peterson or Ben Banters.
Yep.
A lot of people, who Dylan Mallory, who now I've talked to and am friendly with,
Yeah.
which I think is really cool.
Oh my God, yeah. It's the whole
It's a
thing
ton
with
of fun.
with Adrian from Damn Designs. He even got a little group of us together. I mean, who was in there? It was me, Peter, Christine, Marshall all 123 from Instagram. I believe Zach was in there. DCS Carlos was in there, and man, he was just when he started to design knives. He was like, he got a group of us together, and he was like, hey, and he would just bounce ideas off of us. And dude, I never thought I'd have a knife designer bouncing ideas off of me. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
super
awesome.
I mean,
cool.
seriously,
That's pretty cool.
seriously. I mean, that's just, I'm not Nick Chibas. I'm not, I'm like some schmuck that talks about knives, but that's just seriously. I mean, that's just cool. That's so
it is.
cool. It's so cool.
Have you seen Nick Shabazz's music video parody?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
I've
the
seen
Oh my
that.
God.
it was the
Yes.
funniest thing I think I've
Yes.
seen this year. It made my week. I mean, it was enjoyable
Gem
to watch.
EDC.
Gem EDC, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
I'll send it to the group.
I
I'll
actually,
send it to the group chat.
what was it?
He's got a
Blade
way with
Show-
words.
Blade Show West last year. There again, walked around with Nick for an hour talking about knives.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
It's
probably
fun to talk about knives.
It is. But I'd watched Nick forever. And never,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
who'd have thought I'd be at a Blade Show walking around talking knives with Nick Shabazz, It's-
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
It's
I'd love
pretty
to meet him
cool.
someday.
It's pretty cool.
And that's one of the reasons I want to go to Blade Show.
Yeah.
To meet these people.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
it'd be
awesome.
fun to buy limited edition knives, stuff like that. But it's about the people.
It is.
It's
totally
about the
about
connections
the
you
people.
make.
That was the whole reason I, to be perfectly honest with you, that was the whole reason why I went to the last Blade Show West.
That's
to
why I want to
meet
go.
Zach. It was to meet Peter. It was to meet Christine. It was to meet, to meet Adrian face to face, talk to him, because I mean, like this, we've talked and we've chatted about knives and but to meet him face to face and really, really,
It's a
talk
different
about
thing.
the hobby. It's completely different. It's completely different to me. But
And it takes
Go ahead.
takes the hobby to another step.
It does. It absolutely
yeah,
does.
definitely.
Without question. But guys, I tell you what, before when I said I was going to have a 4-hour window, well, that window is closing really, really quickly.
Yeah,
I just got a text from Mrs. Big Red, and so I'm like, well, I guess party's over. No, I'm kidding. But I tell you what, guys, this has been a lot of fun. This was completely impromptu. It was completely unplanned. I think we've been going for thing. I really appreciate Ricky. I really appreciate Steven for joining the channel chat for the first time. It was very cool to get the opportunity to talk to you guys. Make sure you guys check out Simply Knives, Shoemonster Tech. Of course, Justin, always great to talk to you again. Make sure you check out Knife Dude on YouTube, Instagram as well for these guys. And of course, KC, who is no longer with us, KnivesFAST, greatly appreciate him as well. Links will be down to these guys' channels down in the description. Guys,
Appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for doing this.
Hey,
And
thanks.
I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic Thanksgiving and eat well, my friends.
Oh yeah.
You will.
Thanks, man. You too.
Thank you.
All
This
right,
was a
guys.
blast.
We will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, peace out. Bye.